Now, this is where it does get sticky. This is like a really, we're getting into the weeds a little bit here, but I'm here for it.
You do a lot of that work, I know, with your clients. So can you talk a little bit about your perspective on personal brand, how you think it can help clinicians grow and make more wealth?
Yeah. So I've actually just recently started switching from talking to doctors about personal brand to online authority.
Okay.
I have found, so between us, I mean the same thing,
But
okay?
yes, I know what you mean because a lot
Just
of
between
clinicians don't
us,
even know what a personal brand is, right? They can't even
they
connect with that.
they get all weird. They get all weird and they're like, "Oh, I don't wanna be an influencer." And it's
Right,
like,
right.
"Okay. All right. So the fact of the matter is, and like Jasmine Star says this, right? Like a personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. When people think of you, what do they think of? And the fact of the matter is whether you are building your personal brand or not, people are forming that opinion, or they're not even thinking of you. But if you want to be thought of in, let's say, if you're in physical therapy and your state association is thinking of the best physical therapist in the state, if you want to be thought of,
Yep.
you need a personal brand. If in your community you want, to be thought of as one of the most innovative businesses, you need, in order for them to think of you, you need that personal brand.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're totally okay with not being thought of at all, and this is like, again, if you're a chiropractor and it's like when somebody hurts their back, if you want to be thought
Yeah.
of, like,
Well,
so a lot of people be like, oh no, I don't want to be on stage. And it's like, but do you
no.
want to be thought of?
Right. And I think that's another common misconception is that people think personal brand is like only if you have an online business, only if you want a really widespread reach. But the truth is that it works just as well if probably better for local businesses too, right? Like I know that the gym I go to, for example, has a very strong personal brand. And it's so engaging to see that content. You feel like you know the coaches better. Like there's so much value in building that because you get to really know not only the business owner, but their employees too. Like you just feel comfortable in that setting. And again, you think of
Yeah.
that person when you're going to make a recommendation to someone.
Now, this is where it does get sticky. This is like a really, we're getting into the weeds a little bit here, but I'm here for it. So a personal brand for your brick and mortar can bite you in the butt.
Okay, tell us
It
about that.
really, really can. So a lot of docs think like people have all sorts of mindset stuff around personal brand. Like, who am I? I don't even know what I would talk about. They don't want to niche down. Um, they think people are going to judge them. So we have all sorts of stuff. And the fact of the matter is like your community and your patients think it's cool. Like, they think it is cool, and it is like, this has been proven. Again, 61% want their doc to have a personal brand, and they go like, "My doctor makes reels.
Yeah.
My doctor's on TikTok." Now, and everybody's like, "Oh, not all the time." Okay, yeah. Nobody's looking to be inauthentic online, right? Like, you're not making a personal brand if it's not authentic to you.
Right.
So, like, how you would show up in clinic is how you would show up online.
Yep.
We're not talking about OnlyFans stuff here, right? Like, no patients are gonna be proud, like, "My doc's on OnlyFans." I don't know. Actually, there might
Some
be some.
might.
It depends. It depends on your avatar that you are attracting in. But anyways, in general, like, your patients think it's really, really cool, almost now to a fault. So, if your goal, a lot of times people might start with their personal brand to bring in more business to the clinic. And then it starts working. And then they're like, okay, cool. We've hired a doctor. I've hired 2 doctors. And now I'm going to like start taking more vacation. But your front desk is like, um, everybody, like 80% of our patients that call want to see you, and they only want to see you.
I can see that.
And so then all of a sudden it's like, shoot, it's because they wanna see that doc. The other docs don't have a personal brand.
Yeah.
Well, this becomes an issue when you wanna start having freedom. So it can be an issue, building a personal brand on your brick and mortar page and kind of forcing your employees to also, like, your other doctors
Right.
is really, really important. Kinda like you're talking with the gym.
Yep.
That was the gym account.
Right.
Like, that was the brick and mortar and it had multiple coaches on there.
Yeah.
And that works. But if instead of it being, CrossFit gym with 5 coaches, instead if it was like Mark Smith
Yeah.
was like the primary brand you're watching, well, you'd want to go to Mark.
Yeah. I do find though that sometimes, so I'm just trying to think because there's been several people actually late in the past year or two that I've worked with because they have a personal brand and I'm like, oh my gosh, they do this thing. And I'm like, so cool. So sign up for it or apply to work for them. And then 90% of the time, it's not actually with them, it's with their team. Right. But it still got me to go there, get on the page, meet with someone. I'm like, okay, well, if they trust them, then I should trust them too.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not to say you can't have systems around it, but it's definitely like an issue that you will run into.
You have to have a plan.
So like I would, it's just a problem that will need to be solved or prevented, type of thing. But like, yeah. And that's also, we're both in this world. So we understand scaling. We understand that like, when I went to Rory Vaden's thing, I wasn't working with Rory Vaden. I was working with one of his coaches, right? Like that would be ludicrous that the CEO was still doing that.
Yeah.
But our patients don't feel that way.
That makes sense.
Like patients don't understand scaling businesses. They don't understand that you're the CEO. You created a personal brand as a doctor. And a lot of times in the medical system, you get to pick your doctor. Like you get to pick which doctor you go to.
Right.
So again, it's unavoidable, but that doesn't mean it's not fixable.
Yeah, I can see that. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but if you are a health or wellness professional and you haven't yet checked out The Wellness Vault, you're missing out. The Wellness Vault is a content hub for coaches who create their own plans and programs for their clients, run workshops, create digital guides, and so much more. You can now do all of this in a fraction of the time so you can focus on your clients and grow your business faster than ever with more you time. The link to The Wellness Vault is in the show notes, so go sign up for your free trial today. Thank you for watching this short clip. To watch or listen to this episode in its entirety, view the description below. See you next time.